Hello! Welcome back. Yeah, Introbot's getting a bit loose. Memory wipe. We are headed east and expecting to get sidetracked along the way for some extreme cosplay, apparently. That's what's up. Kiwi Ninja just realized you've been watching years now. My God. Been here more than 2 years now. And we're closing in on 3 years. 3. Got things selected. We were heading for Marlene's estate, the Trastamara estate, but we're expecting to get sidetracked along the way. We follow the road. Extreme cosplay. It's at the question mark? No, you were saying Sea Star back by this house. But if we're following the road, you still think we'll run into it? We need to head up that way on purpose. Just went broke. We have all our level 4, level 40 upgrades. North side. House, so you have to kind of go north. But that's the house. Save here. Got stuck here. Quest bugged something. Good to have a save. In case we need to roll all the way back for some reason. Hear heavy breathing. Oh, girl, you could grab that ledge. Scugs, yeah, the Blood and Wine soundtrack is excellent. Excellent. Like all the music. There's very little music in the game that doesn't feel memorable.
Someone tried to scale the wall but fell. Probably tried to flee the estate but couldn't get the gate open. Not likely to have gotten far. Lost too much blood. Trail's taking me down the path.
Good evening.
The dressings, bandages.
What's that about?
The dressings, bandages. Where did I put them?
Forget it. Bandages won't do him any good.
What? Oh, but he breathed still a moment ago.
Mm-hmm. Breathed his last then. Bled to death. Legs broken. Femoral arteries ruptured. Wound like that, you're dead in minutes.
Gods.
What happened here exactly?
I was rolling through, fully loaded, when I heard screams. This one crawled towards the road, then drooped to the ground, lost consciousness. I jumped down to help him, dress his wounds. Then you appeared.
Stand and step away from him.
What?
You don't have to be a dick about it. I think
What
so.
is your grief?
Don't make me say it again. That's good advice.
Will you tell me what it is you seek?
Needed to see if you were lying. You'd be covered in blood if you dealt those wounds. Just got it on your hands, though, so all's in order.
Who might you be, precisely?
A witcher.
Oh. Do you expect some beast might have killed him?
See what we have here. Legs broken, but cause of death's the wound. Small but deep, edges unfrayed. Either a thrust weapon or a thick claw. Maybe a wyvern's. Tough to say, and... breastplate's unusual. Dented. It's got a patina.
An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so... what's puzzling is... why did he don it?
Not likely to learn that from him. Might even know where he came from. Got work to do, so long.
Wait, I will come with you.
May not be a good idea. This is gotta be kidding. Bring him along. Thanks, bud. Any takers? Think he comes anyway? Well, let's find out. He'll come
Gotta
anyway.
be kidding. This isn't a garden romp. Whatever killed him's damn dangerous and...
And it might still prowl the area, so if it's all the same, I'd prefer to accompany you.
All right.
So be it. But stay close. Keep it down. And don't touch a thing.
Knock, knock.
Gate's locked from the inside. Clearly been jostled, though. Something tried to get out.
The very thought sends a cold wind down my back.
No. Not getting in the front. Oh, good work. Don't know why it didn't work the first time.
Something dark happened here.
Burned alive. Really high-temperatured work here.
Lepiota, thou art my defender and protector. Thou bringest good news.
Damn it.
Good gods!
Servant. Stabbed to death. Over a dozen blows with a sharp object. Some post-mortem.
I cannot believe this is the work of a man. It was a monster, to be sure.
Sounds exactly right. I think we're too close.
Torso punctured with great force. Blow pierced hardened steel. Man on the high road. Breastplate was identical. Throats massacred. One mighty blow. Shield along sides old and dented. Sword ceremonial. And Shea handiwork clearly. Ceremonial bowls. For little sacrifices?
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
I do remember some of this. A lot of statues around, civil war in Tucson. Long. Year 781 marked the final end of elven rule in Tucson, the closing of an era that had lasted over 1,500 years. The elves abandoned their ivory cities and left for the mountains, taking with them all they could and destroying everything else. Whatever they could not take and did not manage to demolish or burn, they cursed. The last elven sovereign, Divithath, hundreds of years old, yet fair as a youth, was defeated. Weeping over the slain army of his forever young brothers and sisters, he agreed to pay homage to Ludovic, the first human king of Tucson, who, though young, was as shrunken and ugly as the night after Seovi. Putting on no end of airs and graces, Ludovic boasted, "Look, the proud elf shall bow down before me and kiss my royal feet with humility." To degrade Devithath even further, Ludovic decided the homage should take place in the Elf King's barely abandoned palace. The throne on which Ludovic now boldly lounged bore still smoldering marks from the fire set by the elves, who had sought to burn the whole palace down as they left. So the proud elven king bowed down before the human king and offered him a sacrifice of bread and wine, as well as his sword and shield. Spewing out merciless mockery all the while, Ludovic received this homage, then immediately ordered his guards drag Devithath beyond the palace gates and throw him down the stairs as if he were a beggar. Witnesses claim the proud elf remained calm throughout the whole event, but when left alone, Devithath wiped the blood off his face and vowed cruel revenge on the king. Revenge that would come from stone as cold as the king's heart. Yet these ominous words bore no fruit, for in the year 782, before the homage was renewed, Devithath drew his last breath alongside his remaining soldiers when the Tusantoi decided to celebrate the anniversary of the surrender of the Elven sovereign with a pogrom of non-humans on the slopes of Mount Gorgon. You survived.
Multiple wounds on the body. All puncture wounds, but hard to tell what caused them. Victim's human, but the attire's elven.
Are you certain? How did he come by it? We've so few non-humans in Tucson.
Fire, explode, strong stench.
Follow the smell of burning, huh? You just said strong stench. Body.
Fled, then dropped to the ground to douse the flames. Didn't manage. Burnt smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier soul managed to flee. Doublet scorched. Wriggled out of it, tossed it, then ran on.
Heavy breathing we heard on the walk by. By the wall.
Perhaps there's no one inside after...
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen, you gotta answer some questions first. You mentioned them. Who do you mean?
Those, I don't know what they were, spirits. It all occurred of a sudden. We were staging a scene, the death of paying homage. There was a flash of light that blinded me completely. I heard cries, though saw nothing. Then felt my own robes were in flames. I broke and ran, threw off my doublet, leapt in here and it shut and locked the door behind me. They pounded on the door. I thought they would get through. I thought I was done for, but in the end, it grew calm.
Who are you exactly?
Durant Faucher Plamondon de Safaran, Lord of
Quite a
these
name.
lands, and Chairman of the Society of Friends of the History of Tucson. We meet here annually to mark the anniversary of the Elfin Homage, but something like this, why, it's a first.
So while reenacting a scene from the past, somehow, unintentionally, you summoned a specter, a Korgorath, or a tube, maybe.
What? What now?
Best thing? You gotta do it again, of course.
Are you mad? Would you have this thing kill us?
No, don't want it to kill anyone. Precisely why I gotta do my job. Summon it again, whatever it is, and tend to it once and for all. Durand, think I can reenact the pledge, the giving of homage, alone?
It was a great, momentous event. The surrender of Tucson's last elfin king. You will need at least 3 individuals.
Ring.
You know what I'm gonna ask for. Need your help, but I'll understand if you turn me down. No objections? Good. Let's get to work. Start by clearing the corpses. Got some time. Won't start the reenactment before nightfall. Things of this sort are a lot more likely to work after dusk. One last thing, though. My pay. Don't work for free, you know.
Understood. Just keep the danger at bay, and I shall be generous. Through and through. I will stand, or rather, sit in for King Ludovic upon the elfin throne, while you, Witcher, will play the Enche ruler. We must don the costumes. All must be just right.
Divethaf, the Elven King, hosted Ludovic in his own palace upon his own throne, amidst the blinding glow of a plethora of torches.
Thinking about what is incoming. We could put some oil on each of our swords. If we have any actual humans, I'm gonna see. Something that counts as a specter, something that counts as cursed. We actually see something vampire-like? I don't remember precisely what we encounter. So, specter, oil. Baby saving. Nope. Okay. Pick the other swords still. Light all the lamps in the garden, which I was lighting them already. Need to pick the other swords still? Well, no, I mean, Hangman's Venom would go on a steel, and I put Spectre Oil on silver, but isn't it elves? But real or ethereal? Isn't it elves? That sounds right. I don't know why I was doing both. And I did light these. Someone put them out. The game will force you to pick the sword and shield. I'll just take your word for it since I don't recall. Get there. Oh, right here. Sword, shield. Get out of the way. Fight with it and not be able to change. Cool. And then shield witchers don't use shields generally. Don't use it here either, do we? Not really.
Divethaf, the Elven King, hosted Ludovic in his own palace, upon his own throne.
Right on.
Amidst
Nice,
the
man. Have a good meal, good stream.
laid at Ludovic's
Catch you later.
feet
Thanks for hanging
a
out.
loaf of linen and elfin bread, thus granting humans rule over seat-yielding lands.
Loaf of elven bread. That's wine. That's wine. Bread.
Don't interrupt. Divethaf filled the ornate ceremonial bowls with elven wine. Gwinoet, the sweetest blood of the land that had been torn from him. Long last, the Elfin King grasped his sword and shield, thus symbolically passing command of his armies to humans.
Yeah.
Elfin King, erect in his pride, drew his blade and dropped to his knees, thus acknowledging his final defeat. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt.
And fix your hitboxes.
Ludovic then spake.
I accept your allegiance and shall return in 1 year's time to...
Ah! Look! Look! The statues!
Impossible! God's mother!
But they're here, but I can't use my sword. We can still switch to Iris. Iris has Hangman's Venom on it. Alright then. Here we go! It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be nasty. We gotta stage a beginning for this fight. Since it wouldn't let me save for the past few minutes, I think we got most everything already set up ahead of time. We've got oils. Should be on Quen. I want to switch over to some bombs. They made me select the shield. Oh, fuck. And we gotta at least live long enough to start the fight. It's gonna... Quen, that was multiple hits. Quen is not gonna just This is not a safe start for a fight on Death March. This really, you're in the middle of a pincer attack. Gotta get somewhere. Fight is one thing. If we can't start it, it's not a fight yet. Go, Geralt! Fuck you! Okay, hold on. Now. Yes. Yes. Yes, good. Burn! Somebody burn! I don't care who you are, just burn. Casters. Oh no! So much incoming spray, right? Ugh. Get him. Yeah, getting killed before you can do anything. Tip: they don't follow you up the stairs. Oh, that's good to know. The stairs where we follow the scent up the stairs. That's really good. Let's see if we can run up there to sort of finish preparing. No! Let's see, what are some of the worst moments like this we've had in games, period? One of them was in Deus Ex. Would that have been Human Revolution? Fuck me. Where you get an autosave in a really bad spot. So you load in, and in less than 1 or 2 seconds, you're dead. Before you finish spawning and get control and can do anything meaningful, you're just dead. So where else did that happen? Alright, you're saying they don't come up the stairs? Oh, please. Hallelujah. Yeah, I didn't think they'd let us save during the fight, but that's a beautiful thing. So now we can get the right sword out. Iris with some venom. Don't save even if it lets you, that's why your game bugged. I do have a hard save before the quest. Thank you, though. Food, I was gonna put a better food on the bar, too. Since we've got something that ticks at 50, and we should have something that ticks at 80. Mutton stew, that'll do. Dodging their shit ain't easy. Iris, we can get some instant kills with Iris here. That's gonna help. Iris is gonna knock some fools down and then. But do you think we can take a caster out? Let's focus on the casters with Iris. If we can get one, we can get two. We can get two. But I have to get the menu up and change some gear because they made us equip that other sword. We at least got to do that. We need Iris. The 80 food, that's, I don't know. It's going to throw off my rhythm. Don't worry about that. Need Dancing Star. I'd like Dancing Star equipped. So don't save even if it lets you. That's what you're saying. Because I would drop a save so I don't have to redo that stuff. One of our buddies down there. We drop on top of one of the casters where the start slinging up here. Ow. Oh, almost dead. It's just... Shit. Alright, the death didn't help, but I'm not sure the iris effect was gonna knock down the casters. Got you straight to the cutscene, quest completed, but the statues were still alive. So you... Well then... Effectively, what was the... problem? Was there a problem, or you just missed out on being able to do the fight? Ah! Yeah, I just don't like having to set everything up again. It will be what it will be. So, we have to take the ads first. Is that something that's going on? If I attack the casters first, they warp and deflect and just all kinds of bad shit happens? Thought I took a... Good. We didn't get much from it. Ugh. Kind of. You can go back and finish. You got XP and money already. This way. Rarely shoot anything. Seems appropriate though. Warp, did she warp over here? Sniping is always the right answer. I always bank my crossbow bolts, the special ones. I never really do anything with them. Have some sort of force field? That's what it feels like. Watch carefully. Just shattered it. Does the quest actually have any clues? Just as defeat the living statues. They appear like humans, so I'm using steel. But they were also... There's magic involved, and generally that would be silver. Monsters, but fuck, they've been turned into statues. Just because they look fleshy doesn't mean they're fleshy. I see how you get them killed, and I go back and finish them. They're nasty. If I go down there, we're gonna get swarmed again. We could try other signs on them. I don't think Iris is gonna do it. We try silver on them? You can say, you know, we've done this before. You're not gonna be spoiling anything. I just can't remember if we actually need to use silver on them. Not what we normally would. Come on. Come on, Carol. Tell me if I can touch them. I'll warp away anyways. The game would normally have you draw the appropriate sword automatically. We have that turned off, manual sheathing. So you gotta draw the right sword on your own. They look human, but looks are deceiving. The owls are not what they seem. Why are they coming from up above? Did you just summon them from the air? Oh, this is just brutal. But I did land a hit, so it's not necessarily that they can't be hit. Saw blood fly. It's just sort of, okay, there's one. They're actually quite fragile, so that's important too. If they're fragile, then we have a better chance. There's just two of them. Oh, Geralt! Oh, shit, are the casters dead? Good. Man. That's right, they give you a steel sword. I didn't think very hard there. Over here, come on, bring him back over here.
The scouts.
Nasty!
They came alive. By what witchcraft?
Dunno. Specialize in killing monsters. Reviving them, not so much.
I may know what happened. The statues, you see, once stood in the palace of one Defethov. I acquired them a month past because perhaps I should start at the beginning.
Excellent!
This Defethov was to pay tribute to humans, producing statues of this sort each year. Yet he did so but once, for he perished in the massacre of non-humans at the foot of Mount Gorgon in the year 782. It's fortunate he did too, as Defethov had planned Ludovic's downfall. For he sculpted not statues, but columns that masqueraded as such. Columns activated with words said in homage. Columns that would have turned the king and his bodyguards into so much colorful confetti.
Typical. Treachery embodied. Elves. Psheh.
Come on now.
You're no better. Elves were just defending their territory. You humans took it, but you still weren't sated. Had to cut the elves down, every last one.
You? What does that mean? You're a man as we are.
No.
Yeah, in a way. Just ashamed to have to admit it sometimes.
Your words, they're wrong, Witcher. But I'll not let you leave empty-handed. Take this, your reward.
Farewell.
You're just lucky to be alive. And those casters, man. I was overthinking it, making a plan of attack. Taking them out first had to happen. And they went down in 3 good hits. They seem to have deflected a few, and but having taken a few good hits each, that was it. Not sure I want to read about the noble houses of Toussaint right now. A few books here. Civil War, we've already read. How close did we get to level? Not that close. Cosplay. Alright, we'll continue on the Hunger Game. That's more of a loot reward. Yeah, now you know what to do if you go back. Start with the casters. It's pretty standard RPG stuff when you think about it. The casters always have to go first. They will wreck any fight. Yes, it was not an early volume. Tomalak. Hunger Games wasn't far, was it? 200 meters east. Daylight. Let's get some daylight. What? It's morning. Sleepy time. Come on. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Time for bed. Good night. Sleep well. Headed to the Trastamara estate. Show me what it's like. Mission mailed. Anyone else think we were dead? I saw a death animation. It was sort of a bouncing off the rock or something. Trombones, you're off in a few. You gotta get ready. Have a good one. Don't work too hard. We'll catch you later. Another one? Oh, that was it. A lot of foglets guarding this place. Even there yet. Boon! We need to knock on each of the boxes, barrels.
Might want to look around some. Full. Strange.
400 crowns and a gold stick of joy.
That's awful pretty. It'll look great in the house.
Right. Right? Words of wisdom on beastly curses. Monstrous curses and their description. Introduction. It's just an introduction. Curses that change a fellow into a monstrous creature have existed since the dawn of time. They have a variety of origins and a variety of effects. It normally happens that a mage or sorceress casts a curse and the spell changes the subject. It doesn't always happen straight away. Sometimes the person who has been cursed changes slowly, bit by bit. It also happens that a normal fellow can cast a curse, someone whose conscience is clear and who has done good in their life. Such a person can acquire power, and thus the aggrieved can place a curse on the evildoer. Such curses are strong and cannot be removed easily. Thus, everything by which human suffering is atoned is long-lasting and painful. some things that Corvo Bianco have completed. Let's go back there. Maybe even fast travel back there, meditate, let some of that stuff finish. I want to see what the results of that are. I really would like to hit level 40 today. It doesn't seem like it should be a problem. Close. It's over there. Let's check that out. Travel back to Corvo Bianco. Guarded treasure. One more. Guarded treasure, huh? Smeagol Circus notes.
What now, you piece of filth?
Yeah, I can wait. I've lost him, my dearest. Someone has stolen him, my darling, my treasure, my spoon. That creature from Caraberta Woods must have been it. All the help says the town's abuzz with talk about missing spoons for much time now, indeed. Since this creature has stolen cutlery from all Beauclair and has not yet been caught by our valiant guard, it means it must be clever. Tricky, even. And anyone clever can be swayed by arguments, especially financial ones. So I asked my jeweler, Mathenberg, to make me a spoon out of pure gold, which I shall take to the Caraberta Woods to find that monster and propose a trade. A spoon of gold for my most precious spoon. Cheers, trombones. You're still there. Glad you had a good time. Witcher's almost always a good time. I just had a weird feeling, but I'm pretty sure Look at this spot right here. If I'm not mistaken, I was fighting those foglets in this spot when DRK from Outer Heaven, one of my favorite three streamers, one of my favorite streamers randomly dropped in with the raid. I mean, he has no idea who I am, so it was cool and random. Imagine one of your favorite streamers just dropping in and raiding the channel randomly. We were playing Witcher. They're a Metal Gear channel, but DRK was playing Witcher back then. And anyways, we were here and DRK dropped in with a few hundred people. One of the coolest raids we've ever had here. For me personally, it was awesome. And I think we were standing right here. Memories. Okay, what were we doing? We made it to the Trastamara estate. We didn't pick anything yet. No place like home. I wanted to go back to Corvo Bianco. Let's just, let's fast travel there. Thank you, Kiwi. I can think things. I'm always worried about driving people off. But I certainly enjoy the idea that this might be a place people want to be. As much as I might worry about driving people off. I get it. I enjoy being here too. Glad you do, and I'm glad you all do. Cheers. This is good. Look at this place. Not sure I can tell what has changed. Let's see. Roach should have a stable. Still looks like the original stable to me. Maybe it needs another day. Quality cork. Quality cork. Some will stay, some will go. It's always that way. It's always that way. Let's update it here. That's not the one. Final preparations. That's the main game's main quest. Every time the day-night cycle. Goes round, it triggers. Waiting on one of the Corvo Bianco quests to update, though. Unless they all did when we arrived. When we got here, they did. All of them. Talk to Major Domo. Does this look like an upgraded stable? Yes, it is. Roach, I hope you like it. I think we paid 1,000 crowns, maybe 2,000 crowns for your new stable. Yeah? You like it? Long as Roach is happy. Mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Roach, as it were.
Renovations coming along all right?
I am delighted to inform you we have completed our labors. You can now devote yourself to enjoying the vineyard's delights to the fullest.
Good, because we're broke. Can't afford any more upgrades anyways.
My temerity, sir. But I thought, with all the work on Corvo Bianco completed, and with the estate looking more beautiful than ever,
it might be appropriate to commemorate the moment.
So, a beer? Saying, get a beer. Pretty sure Barnabas Basil is telling me to pour a beer. Can do. Can do. We should celebrate.
Sure, why not?
Greetings,
During
boss.
the fighting that preceded the renovations, I came across a bottle of Sapramento, the 1250 vintage. I cannot say by what miracle it survived, but it is here. And we've cause to open it today. And then he ran straight into the crowd, burning bouquet in hand. All thought it a part of the performance, so they only laughed, even when the decor began to catch fire. It was not until the flames engulfed Baron Mahevkin's beard that folk began to realize something was amiss and went to put out the fires.
Sounds like Monsieur Bolius and Madame Nina threw some first-rate balls here.
It was so. In this regard, Baron Rossel was decidedly more reserved.
So tell me, Barnabas Basil, what's the wine situation like here? Am I gonna produce any this year?
This year is out, I fear, sir. Last autumn, a fungus destroyed all the vines. Baron Rossel had new ones planted, but it will be some time before they start bearing fruit. Assuming that is, the fungus does not reappear.
That'd be bad. This Sapramento got me dreaming. It's amazing.
Isn't it, though? Allow me to top you off, sir. There.
Thanks.
Witcher skies. No place like home. There's no place like home. Woo! Look at that light peeking out. Chasing the sunset. I melt every time. Stars are coming out. Playing in the field. Had a mod idea, small one. If anybody does modding, feels like undertaking a very small mod project, I bet it would be. Two related ideas. Play with a controller, and what I'd like to be able to do, what I always want to be able to do, is get get a nice slow pan. And it can be hard to get and maintain a nice slow pan, especially if you want to adjust the vertical while doing it. So what I'd love is a mod where you can, maybe you enable a slow pan. You hit a hotkey and the camera just starts slowly rotating. Or another mode maybe for that mod would be, I don't know, different versions of that. Something that locks the camera speed so you can just hold down the analog stick and instead of it flying, it scales the speed so you get a nice cinematic slow movement. Maybe there's already a mod that does that, but something simple, just turn on off. Smart keyboard macro would do it, yeah, something like that.
Go, go.
I don't even know where we're going. I don't care where we're going. Ride, horse, ride! Ah, this game. Alright, where should we go? I got a little lost in the moment. Not sure I want to report back to Regis today. We could, though. There could be only one. Can be only one. Not Wine Wars, not now. Noises from the cemetery? I think that's the cemetery here. Nearby. Other side of town. Okay, let's ride south. We can ride south past Beauclair Port, around to the Matina Gate. Might be able to enter the cemetery from back here. I don't think we can from here. We can enter the cemetery from somewhere in there. Keep riding south. Cemetery. And on our left, Beauclair Port. Dock workers all gone home for the night. Hey, what's up, sir? Cemetery's up there. Oh, cool. You, not Roach. So, I guess technically this is Roach because Geralt calls every horse Roach. This is Roach. Temporarily Roach.
Hey there. Whoa!
Maybe. Passing thought. We might be able to climb onto roofs to get up there. Let's try this, Geralt. Come on. Come on, I want you to try. I want you to try harder, Geralt. Okay, no. Stay there. Not like this roof. That was a bad idea anyway. Oh, look who got up on the roof. That's not going to get us where I was trying to go. Cemetery!
Loud enough to wake the dead.
Yeah, you're right. I'll be quieter next time. Excited.
Strange. Can't hear anything now.
Scared him off. Just finished. Yes. A few minutes ago, we just finished upgrading Corvo Bianco.
Tracks?
Your question is actually well timed.
Trampled grass and bloomers. Not the kind of moaning he meant, though.
Now, what did you like of the upgrades? I want to go buy paintings for Corvo Bianco. The merchant in town had a bunch of paintings for about 20 crowns each. I want to go buy those up.
Graves dug up.
Spent all our coin, though, upgrading
Yes.
Corvo and
Robbers
getting
don't usually wail and moan that much.
Grandmaster armor. Hey there, Green. It's going all right. I'm looking forward to level 40 and equipping our Grandmaster swords. And 3 pieces of armor. Plus, we'll get the bonus for having 3 pieces of gear equipped. Oils can be applied. 3 different oils can be applied to a sword at a time. How awesome is that? Although lasting longer, I think be more useful than multiple at once. Still good. Yeah.
Damn it. More fighting. Noises coming from the catacombs, it seems. So, noises coming from here. Not a soul. Strange. Doesn't look anything like a grave hag's lair either. Pretty fresh. Funeral wasn't too long ago. Louis de Corentin died on the day of Saint Zoethan's remembrance. Noises started right around then. Gold. Can't be grave robbers. None worth their salt would have left this. Here lies Margot de Corentin. Smashed, as if someone threw it against the wall. No sign of monsters or grave robbers. Bit of a mess, that's all. Maybe this isn't the spot after all. Strange.
I think we need to keep looking around in here.
Noise is clearly coming from that tomb. Impossible.
Search
Something's
the
not
crypt.
right. Need to hide, see how things play out.
Here. Sit and wait. Torch away there, Geralt.
Behind this statue, maybe?
Good place. Come on. Come on. It's right there. Hitbox, please. Yeah, you can't see him at all back there. Great hiding spot,
You'd
Geralt.
rather lie about all day, flipping those cards like some dwarf. Disgusting.
Indeed. Far better to stand at the door of Lebioda's temple, mumbling prayers from dawn till dusk.
Ingrate, I prayed for you, that you would cast off the yoke of gambling.
Fine job you did of it. Seems the gods had also heard enough of your cackling. And you? Why are you here? This is a private conversation.
Mind keeping it down.
Mind keeping it down? Neighbors are complaining.
Neighbors, everyone here is dead.
I know not your name, but you must help me. I refuse to spend eternity at the side of this heathen. Remove him from my crypt at once.
Slow down. What's the problem?
This is my crypt, and this saintly shrew harangues me even in death. An eternity of nagging, the misery.
I was blind and a fool to marry him. He's a slave to the cards, prepared to wager his own child on a round of Gwent.
That's not cool.
Damn it, and as a jest, how many times must I explain? And who sank our fortune into some silly statue of Lebioda?
Piety. That was my cause. The prophet immortalized would have transformed this land of blasphemy and betting. How was I to know it was all a fraud?
Because I warned you some 500 times!
Quiet. Shut up, both of you.
Gotta get one of you out of here. This is... Bits of this are coming back to me. Whose crypt is this? Serious. One of you's gotta go.
Look, if there's to be peace and quiet here, one of you's gotta go. Need to move one of you out.
Yes. Take him. Please. Do so. And I shall tell you where I hit his lucky Gwent.
Oh, that's... She makes a good case.
What? I knew it was you! And now, you would evict me from
We
my
evict him, we
crypt,
get Gwent
then
cards.
pay for the deed with my cards!
Come on. I don't know if you can beat that, man. Try. Try.
Blast it all! Had I those very cards at the tournament in Belhaven, I'd still be alive. It's your fault, you pox incarnate, that they stabbed me to death.
They murdered you for your debts. I had nothing to do with it.
Come, I heed this good book-thumping wench. Mind, I know well where she hid those cards. I'll tell you myself, as soon as you've removed her.
Need to think about it.
So wait.
All right.
They're
Gotta
both
move one of
offering
them
me
out.
the same thing?
Thus spake the prophet Lepiota. Thou shalt not play for coin.
After which he promptly added, "For you shall have none left for me."
Heretic, shut your mouth. I shall speak to you no more.
No, no, it is I who shall speak to you no more, you old tart!
Take one or the other. The journals say about this. While strolling through Beauclair's charmingly romantic streets, Geralt learned of a circumstance thoroughly charmless and unromantic. Some night, something was making much tastelessly grating noise at the city cemetery. Britain. Witcher investigated and discovered that neither grave robbers nor necrophages were the source of this din. Rather, the ruckus was the work of a couple, the Decoratines. For, as in life, so in death, they could not abide each other's company, causing much fear and confusion with their shrill disputes. Geralt concluded that separation was the sole sensible solution. He would have to remove one of their remains from the tomb they shared, transferring them elsewhere. Do you have anything else to say?
I shall speak to no one as long as she is in here. Take her away.
My apologies, but I'm simply not in the mood.
Anybody want to weigh in on this? She's offering us his Gwent cards. Says he knows where she's hid them. Well, she definitely knows where she's hid them. Thought so. Thanks, bot. Sure, he needs them.
I see you fell for that pious tart's drivel. Drats! Ah, well, then listen. I've a request. Be a good fellow and set me in the chamber of the Gwent Friendship Society of Beauclair. It's just round the corner.
You a member?
That's just it. I was not. But I would have dearly liked to have been. And joining them in death shouldn't bother anyone.
Certainly doesn't bother me. I'll do it. Where's this
He
chamber?
doesn't even seem to mind leaving.
Once you enter the catacombs, go straight. The chamber will be on your right, near the corridor's mouth, and I thank you.
Catacombs go straight, the corridor will be on your right, and then... They find the
Deeper
Gwent
in the
Friendship
catacombs.
Society of Beauclair's
Right,
chamber.
Let's go.
Catacomb. Aha! Right, we were about to go down there when we heard the voice from the room once more. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Corridors on your right. We've been down here recently and had fights down here recently. Private chamber of the right honorable members of the Gwent Friendship Society of Beauclair. May they always draw their best. Hello, plumber. How you doing?
Private chamber. The right honorable members of the Gwent Friendship
This
Society of
is it.
Beauclair.
You want to be in the corner?
This is it.
Till death do you part. I'm not sure where it started. Maybe in the streets? Maybe an NPC in the street?
Gotta do.
Ode to Gwent. Proposal number 7 for the anthem of the Gwent Friendship Society of Beauclair. Author Stéphane de Dove. Master Cooper. De Dove. I don't know how you pronounce most of these names, so I just guess. Gwent is like a ruddy wine. Gwent's a night with a lady fine. When before you two armies clash, your cares melt off in a dash. Then you wish but to play, play, play. But her indoors wines hit the hey, hey, hey. Such minds are dull as muddy yards to think this but a game of cards. I don't have a tune, so deal. Chorus. Gwent is my liberty, Gwent is my fraternity, Gwent relieves the day's sorrow, and Gwent is my morrow. Poker has had it and dice is a bore, there's no other game that makes you want more. There are no better satisfactions, greater than Beauclair's bells is its list of attractions. Greater than even the festival of drinks, or even a tipsy young minx. They can holler and shout, they can release the guards. I'm leaving home, I'm off to play cards! No chorus. Gwent is my liberty, Gwent is my fraternity, Gwent relieves the day's sorrow, and Gwent is my morrow. Okay, I should go now.
Right. High time Margot paid up.
You have no idea what I've been through. I just sang. Sort of. Okay, not really, but
Done.
done.
Now where you got those cards?
Leave the city through the Cooper's Gate, then veer right. Our house is easily recognized. A tree adorns the sign above the door. I buried the chest in the garden,
Cooper's Gate,
beneath
veer
the
right.
rose bush.
Tree on a sign, rose bush. Think I got it.
Not a sign on a tree on a sign, rosebush. Cooper's Gate, veer right.
Might I ask what you did with Louis? True, he knew nothing in life but Gwent, but I would still prefer he not spend eternity in a ditch or a privy.
Oh, he's good.
Don't worry about it.
Honestly,
Found him a nice place. Ought to
Happy.
feel right at home. Farewell.
so what's the difference if you remove her? Cooper's Gate. Cooper's Gate. Cooper's Gate up here. So, Cooper's Gate, veer right. Doesn't really look like it's outside the walls. It's inside the city, but over here somewhere. Tree on a sign and a rose bush. Get a magic sword from the quest givers instead of coin. Why the difference? Why would they rather? The husband does not know where his cards are. Ah, he lied. Well, I hope the cards are good. It seemed impossible that she wouldn't know where the cards she stole are, but possible that he was just bullshitting. So that all fits. we do these out of order? Can we collect our reward first and then go get our cards? Not sure why there would be a difference from the point of view of the quest giver. Yeah, that's what I mean. But after we turn this in, we're gonna take our second break. We started late today, so only 2 breaks today. We're gonna take our second and last break in a few minutes. So if you need some extra time, want some extra time, it's a good time. Head start. I have failed. They've not gone. Ah!
Witcher! There. Come here.
The quest givers, are they in the street or inside? You need.
Geralt! So content to see you. Le Papillon, troubadour. Remember?
Hey there.
I've never found the opportune moment. See, I never had the chance, in fact, to say
Saints Row
I'm a
colors.
devoted fan
Thanks.
of Master Dandelion. I know the bards, every ballad in his cycle about the Witcher. Oh, I cannot believe my luck.
Need something? From me?
Indeed, a matter most magnificent. My coiffeur, Jean-Louis Lotovic, has gone missing. Now, you shall rescue him while I compose an epic ballad about it. Listen, fair folk, to a glorious tale of a missing friseur and a widowhood prevail.
What happened exactly? Claim the hairdresser's missing, but are you sure?
Yes, yes. I've no doubt something's transpired. Something terrible, absurd. Jean-Louis is never late to work. He's punctual to a fault.
Christina.
I'm certain he'd
How
be
you doing?
honored if I am the one to sing of his dramatic rescue.
Geralt or the troubadour?
Fine, see what I can learn. Now, if you have to come with me, just one request. Stay out of the way. Mine and my swords.
Of course. You shan't even notice me. Jean-Louis' studio is just there. Right here. Ah!
What's the matter?
Good to see you again.
I've hit upon the perfect ending. And all for the glory of her grace, the Duchess.
Anna Henrietta.
Thought this was about a witcher and a coiffeur. What's the Duchess got to do with it?
Her grace can be as fickle as the colt she rides. Today, all remember my fine couplets at the tourney. Yet tomorrow, her illustriousness bought by her breakfast might demand a new epic poem. One must grab at opportunity before it flits away. Well then, where shall we start?
At the door, by breaking it down.
But of shears and a witcher, I sing. We just pick up an escort. Is this guy following us now? Let's see. He's waiting. He's waiting. That's cool. We'll leave him. We were trying to... I don't know. We're trying to turn something... What are we doing? That just got picked up. We were... Till death do you part. Which had 2 objectives, one of which is not here, but above us. Here! Really think that door was gonna lead up. Wrong room? Too bad, Geralt. He steals everything. Why can't he steal art? We should be able to take paintings, walls. The thought. Oh, fuck. Sorry for burning the place down. I was looking for my light.
Now bring us
Check out the
some
art.
Vicky pudding and bring it right here.
Did you hear the figgy pudding song?
Hey there, I'm done. Cemetery ought to be real nice and quiet now.
To sleep in my own bed once more. The clogs has grown intolerably loud. The punters bellow like men possessed. One madman especially, always shouting, Audrin!
Audrin,
But
here,
at the
boy.
cemetery, what was it? Beasts, as you claimed?
Tough job. Barely survived. Was a striga. God.
Yeah, really tough, demanding fight. Barely made it out alive.
Is it your codex? Forbids you from revealing the details? For the best, I dare say. There's a small premium for you. You've earned it.
Now bring us some Vicky pudding and
Bring
bring
it
right
right
here.
here.
Give us some sugar.
Give us some sugar, baby. Anyone watched Ash versus the Evil Dead? Is it good?
Witcher, please, sir, find that beast.
North to Cooper's Gate, veer right. There's a tree. I heard my name. Oh, Witcher Geralt, something.
Good evening.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Witcher Geralt, the Duchessa's darling.
Your buddy watches it, said he really likes it. I've been meaning to check it out for a while.
Claire, all's right and fair.
Oh, Witcher Geralt, the Duchessa's darling.
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed. Buy
Nice
your
tune.
tickets now, available from me alone. I thank you for your help. Let Piotr reward you with copious offspring.
Yeah, sorry, Witcher. No offspring.
Life soils one's imagination.
Bad plan, bad plan. Ah. Oh, we're in the search area. When waypoints disappear without the UI, I have to infer that you're in a search area. Search for a house with a tree-shaped crest outside the walls.
Tree on the sign. Must be the house.
The Quarantine Nursery.
Bloody hell.
By a rose bush. I think we're going inside. We're looking for... There's a rose right there under the sign, but not that. Looking for a rose bush, right? Find a way into the garden. Ding.
Medallion's humming. Something not quite
Oh, hey! Oh! Oh! Yeah.
all right.
And? Survey says?
Just like she said. And the Gwent cards, as promised.
Cards. Cards. What Gwen cards? What Gwen cards? Do I know what card she gave us? The Triss card was not from her. Any guesses? We need to clean up some of these decks. We can almost play any deck now. What cards did we get? Love that track though. So, good night, KG. You had fun today. Sleep well. For staying up so late with us. I still don't know what Gwent cards we got, but that's okay. Around the corner, we're other side of town. Force open the doors to the hairdresser's salon using the yard sign. Actually need to take that other break. Let's do this. That merchant has the paintings I wanted to buy. Let's go buy them. Thinking about it. Our break will continue. This may be a bad idea. Yet. They're going this way. This is a bad idea. Nope. Work either. Try this. Come on, Geralt. You got this. Parkour, Geralt. Yes. Oh, come on. Come on, Geralt. Come on, Geralt. Thank you. Not bad. He's not bad.
Reginald Aubrey has
I can't
returned, not to be
even
missed
imagine what
by a
Cyberpunk is gonna look like. Cyberpunk, if you think about the detail that CDPR puts into their... Where they end up? Wop wop. The detail that CDPR puts into these worlds, these environments, these cities are expansive. Yeah. It's gonna be...
Welcome, please peruse. The best diverse wares
I have high
in
hopes.
Tucson at the best prices.
mind-blowing. Anyone else watched Altered Carbon, that Netflix series based on a book? Got a Blade Runner-ish. It's visually dense. It's so pleasing to look at. I have high hopes for Cyberpunk. Oh, whoops. Gwent, fancy a game. Well, we can't say no now. Accidentally challenged him to a game of Gwent.
Instead of chatting,
Whoops.
why not a quick game of Gwent?
I stock the larder of the Duchessa
I still don't know what cards we got, though. His lucky cards. Was it the cow? We didn't get the cow from him, did we? Monsters. Monsters. Frost. Siggy, Zoltan, Stennis, 2 spies. Medic, Ballista, Triss, Catapult, Roach. Oh. Can't. Can't. But we got a good hand. We got a pretty good hand. I'll play it like it is. That doesn't happen often. How is Roach and Triss cards? What do you mean how? I mean, they're just straight points. I love this new Gwent song. Yennefer, we got Yennefer 2. Decoys gonna be used against us. Predictably, I think he's got 2 decoys. Oh, not. Oh, look at all the heroes! Wish I had a decoy now. I love this song. Do they use their own cards if they play? Are they so famous that the Gwent manufacturers made cards specifically for them? Basically. You are not a good Gwent player, shopkeeper. You just passed okay. Passed when we were already ahead. But that's fine. Really? So much for a good game. We got this kick-ass hand, and our opponent is a potato. What is this game? What is it? Bruxa. Ooh. Now I get a decoy. This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me. Double the strength. Oh, trying to pull it out of the fire, I see. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Man, it's too bad I got 5s on the board, or I would scorch the entire line. In the middle of the frost. That would look cool. That would look cool. Poor you, you've only got melee. Poor monster deck. Can you tell they're in trouble? Can you tell? I can't play my Scorch though. There will be no Scorch. Will not be able to use that decoy. Look at that melee line. Monsters, monsters, monsters. We're gonna rub this one in. Hey, Ren. Not a medic, though, right? That's the boost to the cards in the line. Holding out. Last card. Not bad. Not gonna save you. Siege Master Foltest. Song.
Welcome, please peruse. The best diverse wares in Toussaint at the best prices.
Potato.
Show me what you got back there.
Sorry, we came here for the paintings. I accidentally clicked on Gwent. All 20. Hey Luke, how was the stream? Oh, we've got some junk we could sell them too, huh? Careful I don't sell the stuff we need to keep. Spoon made of pure gold. That we can, it's like is that a trophy we're gonna be able to put on display? Where on the map is this shop? I will show you in just a moment. If I forget to show you, remind me. I'm gonna show you in just a second. If I space, don't let me space. Pain. False teeth. I somehow didn't end up with Starry Night. I don't know if I thought we bought everything at the auction. Not quite sure how I missed it. You can never remember where it is. So here's the map. Right next to the Grandmaster Smith. Right next to. It's adjacent. So you go in the corner to get to the Grandmaster Smith. Just go a little down the street and through a door to get to the shopkeeper there. And he seems to sell all those. Oh, the painting has a quest where you sell it. That's what it was. Yeah, I took it and sold it. We got it and sold it. I took the coin. What the hell? I forgot that Corvo Bianco was going to let us hang paintings and armor and weapons.
You shan't find anything better in all Toussaint.
Le Papillon, you lucky scoundrel.
All right, that's where we left him. I'm gonna take a break and come back. The Troubadour. Is that a mod? Zooming in so far? No, Scugs. This is the Witcher Senses. Two things are different. There's a setting. Where is it here? Gameplay. Look for it here. There's one thing that turns off the fisheye for Witcher Senses. Motion. Where's it here? I didn't really mean to dig through the settings. There is one that... There's a setting for the fisheye. It turns off the fisheye and the motion blur. If you turn off the motion blur, it makes Witcher Senses a lot less disorienting, so you can use it without feeling like you need to vomit. Oh, zooming in so far on the map. Oh, it's the same mod. Yeah, it's the same mod. The friendly HUD. Yes, friendly HUD lets you do that. Friendly HUD's got a great many settings. But it lets you do unlimited zooming on the maps. Not unlimited, but more than unlimited? Okay, unlimited. It's effectively unlimited zooming on the maps. So I have never zoomed that far. It helps sometimes. Break time! I'll see you all back here in a few. Stay tuned.
Any signs? Dried blood. Knives flecked with flesh.